think the traditional model of how sellers go after accounts is they take feedback from marketing on who they should go after, and then they chase after those companies, and then they sell them, and they pass them off to customer success and then never worry about them again. But I think we need to move from a linear model of how we go after accounts to a circular model where marketing is putting input to sales, sales putting it back to customer success is putting input to products building new features and giving input back to marketing. And having that loop allows us to create and find really good accounts to go after. For example, Warmly is actually announcing this in about a week, but we are firing 10% of our customers. I know that sounds kind of scary, but we decided and realized that we let in the door about 10% of our customers. It's like 50 customers that are wonderful, wonderful customers. It's just that they're not the right fit for us. And they're not in our ICP. They're not in our SAM, not in our SOM. And frankly, our sales team could have been tighter if they had known more about disqualifying those companies early on. And we care about these companies. We don't want to take their money if, they're great customers. So, we're going to be asking them to go somewhere else and recommending them to competitors or other services that make more sense for them, because we really want to only keep great customers that are going to grow and scale with us. And so that's why it's really important to keep tightening that feedback loop and in helping marketing plan for better accounts to deliver to sales to then bring on to customer success, because it just makes everyone happier and smarter. Nobody wants to use software that's vaporware they're not going to use. And so one of the key ways that I think smart go-to-market teams can do analyses on the kinds of companies that they bring in is to use lookalike audience models or AI to basically find good fit companies based on who are their happy customers. And it doesn't really work for small companies because you're just early in getting folks in the door. But if you've been around for 5-6 years, you have several renewal cycles of data on the kinds of companies that are successful. And oftentimes it can surprise you who your happiest customers are. And so I think when a lot of companies run a lookalike audience model exercise, which is really simple, it's just export the list of your customers, ask your CS team to tag the happiest ones, take your happiest customers, and then basically use AI to say, find me 10,000 other companies that look just like these. And sure, you can do the more classic, like, well, it looks like they're approximately this much in size, or this location, or, this title is our typical buyer. But there's a lot more detailed things that you might not realize that are important about the kinds of companies that are good and customers that are good for you. It could be that company is growing. It could be that the company is using a particular kind of tool stack. It could be that there's niche title types in their go-to-market department, indicating that if you're selling a sales or marketing software, that they're the kind of early adopters that try new experimental roles. So these are kind of some of the things that you can uncover with a lookalike audience. And I think it's critical that businesses do so because, and pardon my French here, but shit in, shit out, which is like, if you bring in bad customers, they're not going to last in the long run. And so having that full circle loop is pretty critical.